Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is Wednesday, the 17th of July. Mental moment there. This is my midweek recap. I'm going to put it out there for free. We have a tale of a lot of different markets going on here as we're in the process of a big rotation and the process of a pullback in some areas. So you look at the SPY today and you say, it doesn't look all that bad. It's down, but it's not down a lot. Well, it's actually down more than you realize. We gapped down from yesterday from the all-time high here, and we're down under the 8-day with about 24 minutes to go. Volume is nothing special here. We're only 35 million shares. The oscillators, which we talked about this morning, were screaming hot, doing a great job of cooling off. This was much needed. So you have the SPY coming down. You can note here, 548.20 is a 3% pullback. 536.90 is a 5% pullback. That lines up with the 50-day. So some things to keep an eye on there. Crude is strong this morning. Let's go to the Qs. The Qs are a different story. The Qs have already surpassed a 3% pullback in the market. We gapped down below that level today. We've sold off. 5% is at 478.05. We're under the 8. We're under the 21-day. And, we're coming down. And you ask me where support is. We are into a support area here. We'll see if we can come down and, come down into this area. This would be where you really want to hold here is this 474 area if we keep coming down. Bottom line is markets coming, as Qs and tech are on a sell-off. There's volume here. Okay, you can see the Qs here with a lot more volume than on the SPY. So there is actually selling pressure here. We have 150% average volume on the day. The IWM said, yeah, what about it? IWM here having another okay day. It is down on the day. It looks green, but it's not. Gapped, pushed all the way up to 226.80 area before 64 before coming back down. Still well out of the Bollinger Band, still well off the 8-day. It could use another day or two of inside action, even coming down and hit the 8-day. I'd be very interested if we can get a dip like that on that. That would be really nice to see. You can see the 5-day volume on this remains enormous. The diamonds, the Dow, the 30 stocks there, remains very strong. A new all-time high, closing on the highs. Volume here also highs. So you have a tale of different tapes. The VIX today, for what it's worth, has pushed up high. It's out of the Bollinger Band. Typically, that means a risk off. We're in a risk off environment. It's above the 200-day with about 20 minutes to go to the close. So we have a lot of different things going on here, but the VIX is trying to wake up. This 15 level is your next big level to watch if it keeps going. What held the market up today? What was strong? Well, energy. Energy continues to try to strengthen up here. Nice move on that. We talked about ExxonMobil this morning, a nice move, but didn't really fly. The banks, despite being extended, new all-time highs here, not far off of that today. JP Morgan, new all-time high. Goldman Sachs, all-time high, but came in. Morgan Stanley, you get the idea. Citigroup, right? Bank of America, all the banks remaining very strong. Retail showed a lot of strength today. Walmart put a new all-time high in today. You saw names like Kohl's pushing up a little bit, Target pushing up, even, and look at Costco recently. Costco not doing much. Home Depot strong, and Lowe's. And then there's the semis. The semis got pounded this morning on news coming out that both Biden and Trump had negative things to say about China and semiconductors, and that just got us coming down. And big area here. So if you're looking at the semis, you're at a big spot here. You're down into the lower part of this range. Here's your 50-day coming up, 252.05. It's time to start watching these to see for a reversal. NVIDIA all the way down here, just missed the 50-day. That would be a nice spot. You notice you got gaps marked here. AMD, nasty gap and fall today. That's not what you want to see from a name that was showing strength. So we saw a lot of weakness in here. Names like Boeing continue to be okay. Ford came up into that 1650 area, 1450 area, couldn't break above it, but looks good. Earnings are next week. Caterpillar still holding strong. So again, we have a separation here in this market. And then we go to big cap tech. Amazon sold off today, down under the 50-day here with about 20 to go. Google also sold off today under the 21-day finally here. Meta got absolutely punished. Meta's down well under the 50-day now, and it's given a lot of this big move back it had here from the all-time high. You can see it's come back in. I would start looking at some of these names as buying opportunities as we go into the close. Apple gapped down, but holding in and still just close to the 8-day. Not so bad, shows strength. Tesla, I traded multiple times at alongside out of the gate today, made nice money on stock, even more on calls. and before it came in. And the key is here when you're trading like this, if it's not working or you see it, hits a level, get out. But Tesla is still holding the 8-day. There's still strength in this market. There's still strength in the semis. I'm not semis, and the IWM and the banks. So we've had a multi-day big rotation here. The question is, are they going to sell some of these names and then buy tech back, or are we going to get a general sell here in the market? At this point, I am looking to buy dips. I don't think there's anything wrong going on here. We've had a huge run. I have my shopping list just about ready to go, and we'll see where we go from here. And if you're nervous right now, I mean, you shouldn't be in short-term risk. Any short-term risk right now should be off. I wouldn't be chasing shorts down here, especially on the Qs and these tech stocks. The thing to watch is how the financials and the IWM and these stronger names and rotation respond. Link in the description if you want to join us in a live trading room. I wish you guys a wonderful evening, and I'll catch you everybody in the room tomorrow morning at 9. Taiwan Semi tomorrow morning.